Alright, welcome back to part 2 of this loadout race. If you haven't watched the first part, go watch it now. It's really quick, it's really short, it's really intense, and there's a lot of ages as well. So, if you like that item, that's cool. But we've got Bandit here in part 2 of this race, as I'm going to reveal the scores. Zinc being in first place here currently, the first seed overall, and looks like he's about to continue his win streak here in the hosting league. In week 5, hasn't lost week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. This is it right here. If Zinc can win this loadout, if he can even get in second place, that at least guarantees the chance for getting a tiebreaker. Right, so both Karn and Ruddy here will have to do what they can to try and take him down. Karn aiming to try and get an upset, standing at 1 point, was able to take down Ruddy when Ruddy died, bouncing back as loader during pizza at a Thunder Punch moment, right? But is okay because it's still anyone's game. All Ruddy needs to do in order to get in first is either get a bonus point or have Karn help him out a little bit to try and get that tiebreak round going. So here we are. This Bandit loadout, I feel like we had one of the worst loader loadouts just last race. This one is, in my opinion, one of the least good Bandit loadouts. I mean, personally, I love Burst or Blast over Burst. I think the rifles don't really matter that much in the long term. I think it's a lot more about the dagger. It's a lot more about what revolver you have. But even the worst Bandit loadout, I feel, is maybe like half as powerful as the best, right? If you do have the shotgun and just going for as much DPS as fast as you can, if you have the Shiv, right? So you're able to throw it and just build up hemorrhage on Mythrix or any other large enemies, right? If you have Desperado, you can build up Desperado stacks. All that's cool and all, but still getting guaranteed crits from behind, still just having so much damage on for a survivor that is pretty nimble, has a lot of ways of stalling in air, and Zinc is getting some major lag. He says distant lag in chat. Alright. One ukulele for everyone here. Wait. Oh, there was a ukulele that, I think it was from a... I don't think it was from a Chant Shrine. Ruddy found a second uke. A uke that no one else has right now. Where was that from? I wasn't paying attention. It's supposed to be a highlight. That's already really good to have that uke. As the Titan decides to shoot through the tree. Okay, that's a distant roost moment if I've ever seen one. Right, Ruddy just trying to play the boss safe as it spawned in a different spot from the other racers. I noticed the other racers it spawned like inside the TP bounds ish, more towards the bridge with the 2 Chant Shrines. But Ruddy spawned down in the cove, down in the gorge, whatever you call it. There's like some stairs, the amphitheater. We want to call it that. Maybe that's kind of an amphitheater of some sorts. Anyway. Ruddy's a little bit behind on stage 1. Does have the extra uke, does have a Gor's Tome that no one else picked up as well. Just a totally different looting route from stage 1. We'll see if he can find either the Repulsion Armor Plate or the Armor Piercing round after TP. But he's chilling. Zinc, I noticed as well, said Blood Shrines in chat when he picked up a Gnarled Wood Sprite. Right, Zinc here, with the Wood Sprite, opted not to take the credit card in hopes of finding Blood Shrines to get more money, right? That's going to be a little bit more items early on, so that you can know if you should go faster or slow down a little bit. A little bit better than 10% cash back. A little bit better than, maybe finding 2 good items in a try shop. Maybe, but as for Zinc and his strategy and his plan, right, as both Karn and Ruddy go for the executive card, there's no Blood Shrines on stage 2. Zinc will be without those. Will be cardless, but does have healing, right? The other racers, what's their healing right now? I mean, they're bandits, so it's hard to get hit, but I mean, Karn's got a Bungus. Rhodey's got a what? A Monster Tooth and a med kit, right? Some awkward healing options. There's a Lepton Daisy that they'll find if they find the healing chest there. So they don't really have too much to heal off of. Ruddy can play a little more aggressive, go a little faster with that. But Ruddy finds an Eye-Killer HUD, decides, no, I don't want it. Got backstab damage, don't really need a HUD. And if you find a Warhorn, it's probably more damage with the Wood Sprite anyway. Maybe you find something like a Bottle of Chaos, that could be really good as well. Here we go, Stage 2 TP. Both Karn and Zinc have started it. That Vagrant's getting wrecked. It's really nice when you have both a Watch and an Armor-Piercing round. And dead for Zinc. Karn is going for a slightly different approach, still just trying to shoot the enemies, trying to shoot the ads around the TP spot, right? Something that I noticed that Karn found a Molten Perforator printer. You can go back and watch it earlier. But he saw it and didn't try to get like a gun or anything, right? Could have tried to maybe go for equipment, but there it is, Genesis Loop. Genesis Loop's the item, and he likes that. He's really happy. He's like, all right, that's Molten. Oop, wrong scene. That's Molten Perforator. But what Zinc is doing right now, right? It's in the valley that leads up to the top platform where Zinc is pinging, at least where he was pinging, and right, there's a vent that you can take that gets you right up there to where the newt can spawn. There's some loot that spawns up there. Nobody really likes to go up there. But Zinc is going to take this approach and be like, well, screw the vent. I'm just going to parkour my way up and save some time, right? It's all about time saves. Zinc, the #1 seed overall, knows his routing very well in this game. The one problem with what Zinc is planning on doing is that means he's not going to see the Molten Perforator printer. You take a look here. He's getting ready. He's got the Genesis Loop already, right? He hasn't left it on the ground looking for a recycle or anything. And it's just going to shoot some enemies, lights out, lights out, lights out, boom. Gets all the way up, and it's really fancy in doing so. It gets this chest, and it's like, all right, perfect, I can just leave. And in being so fancy, and quote-unquote saving time, I guess it saves time in the moment, in the instance, but that is going to be a Zinc who doesn't have a Molten Perforator. A Molten Perforator, which, if I go back to the scene, Karn, let me just go back a little bit. There it is. Right there on the vent. Karn's going to find that, and he's going to pick it up. It is now going to be up to Ruddy. What is Ruddy going to do? Ruddy in dead last right now, right? This race here, if Karn can just beat Zinc, we could be looking at a potential tiebreaker, right? Assuming he also beats Ruddy. If Ruddy gets in first, though, and Karn gets in second, then it's a three-way tie. There's a lot of potential tie-breaking scenarios here, as all these racers here are just playing super up close to each other, super aggressive, and everyone's just playing really good, right? Stage 3, 8 minutes in is Zinc. And, uh-oh. Okay, here's Ruddy. Here's Ruddy, and let me find my scene. There it is. I was going to try and go for the same thing. It's like, okay, I'm fancy too. I'm really fancy. I'm really cool. Picks up the Genesis Loop. I think he saw the Molten Perforator printer. But he, like, doesn't want to just run over to it. And climbs up, gets the band. It's also... Oh, just all 3 greens. Okay. It's going to miss out on getting the crit. And then sees equipment barrel. It's like, okay. There's Molten Perforator. Do I want it? Do I just go for glooping? Oh, yeah, I'm going to go. No Genesis Loop, not today. That's Molten Perforator. And that's going to be +1 Perforator in Ruddy's inventory. So they all have it now. Ruddy just a little bit behind, though. Right, Ruddy's going to need something to just catch up in this run. Where Karn doesn't really have any items. Interesting. Was there pennies this run? Was there Gorse? There was a Gorse Tome that Ruddy got, and is using that a lot. It's going to take some money with him to the next stage. But guess, yeah, I'm not seeing much on Karn's inventory right now. He's playing with so much less. So much less than the other racers. I wasn't really paying attention to how much money he was leaving stages with. Right? Did he have a little bit left over? Not entirely sure, but by having less items, it's going to not be able to print those mochas that Zinc ended up getting. I don't know if Zinc was blind printing them, but has 4 now, and kept the watch and kept this armor-piercing round, now at 2 rounds. I believe we get to see some card value here. We just saw Zinc open up that tri-shop, but take a look at Ruddy, who looked at this tri-shop, opened up a question mark, and look at that. 2 APR and a watch. Insane value. Giga value. Got the question mark and it was a PSG. It's going to waste some time because of that. But maybe if you can get like a Gorse Tome drop, maybe if you're in Ruddy's shoes, you can walk around, maybe break some sulfur pods and kill some other enemies as well. Right? Not really getting much value from camping around here. When you need like $200. Maybe go back after TP to get it. Oops. Keep in that wrong seed. Regardless, Ruddy's gonna open up a Void Cradle, gets a Lights 8 cell. That's really good. Means double lights out, and then if you get a kill with the lights out, you get all of your lights out back, which is huge. Opens up a Squid Polyp from a Rusted Box. And, okay, Karn used the Scrapper. Okay, there was a Scrapper. And gets 2 Mocha. Not as much as what Zinc has. But I guess Karn already did the TP, while the others haven't, so Karn will be the first one to Stage 4. Stage 4, which is also Abyssal Depths today. Right, not super tough stages this round. I feel like the 2 tough stages to look out for in these races are specifically Sirens and Sundered Grove. Right, but getting to Abyssal Depths at 12 minutes, you can usually rush it and be just fine. It's just a little bit shocking when you get to Stage 5 and it's Sky Meadow. Right, so you want to get to Sky Meadow, you want to have a good build. Molten Perforator and a watch, and some other stuff, you have a ukulele. I think that's really good already. Karn in the lead right now. Sees a band and a ukulele. He had a card that would be really nice to be able to get both. Sadly, will not be able to. Well, the uke anyway. I guess having multiple ukes isn't good unless you get a polyloot in speedrunning, because you don't really have too many enemies you're shooting at. You just gotta get Mythrix down really quick, right? Huge value on the moon. But is gonna need that, right? In order for that to be any value. Ruddy only just now beginning to fight. Taking down the Dune Strider, gets shot by a few Shungite. You Alpha Construct over there. And that Dune Strider's not dying. Yep. Mending Brass Contraption, Hortimeni's the boss. Oh no. Karn is, I don't want to say in trouble, but 1 wrong hit, I guess 2, because you have OSP, because you're not getting shot because you're Bandit. 1 scary shot and you're dead, if you're Karn. But the good thing about Karn is there's some good Molten Perforator procs, already half dead. Is able to get back in the TP a bit, right? Only a 13-minute Stage 1, or Stage 4. Right, sometimes I have a 13-minute Stage 1. Right, and here he is, Karn. Already almost done with the fight, almost gets blasted by those bell shots. Oh my god. Yeah, both of those mending. Could have ended terribly, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be able to finish those off. We'll see that the boss item is a shipment request form, I believe. As it spawns right there on the ground for him, that's convenient. Ruddy's still on Stage 3, though. Almost done. Has $1,000. Is deciding what he wants to do. Do you want to loot? There's a chance shrine, and I think, yeah, 1 chest there. It's gonna get another crowbar at 3 now. Really good for that lights out. Just gonna hit a chance shrine and hit it. and get rewarded with a med kit and an ignition tank. It's gonna run off. Again, ton of items, looting a lot, feeling pretty good, but 15 minutes, still on stage 3. Gonna need something to help. Does have the, oh, you know what? Ended up getting the armor piercing rounds in the watch. It says full looters anonymous. Zinc, oh my god. Oh no. Oh, we gotta go back and watch this. What's going on, man? Well, there's full looters anonymous, and then there's speedrunner brain rot anonymous, and Zinc sees a volcanic egg as the first item. It's like, oh, pillar skip, and forgets that he already has a base. So that's unfortunate. We'll see what the others can pull out from the adaptive chest. Wait, where the hell is the vase? How does Zinc suddenly have a vase? Adaptive for Karn gets a armor-piercing round. Safe option, doesn't take too much time standing around that. Gets a good item, good value. Gets some bleed, gets a bungus. Right, Karn is done with the TP. And the others, I mean, Ruddy hasn't even started TP. Zinc's in it now. If Zinc dies, Karn is in a huge advantage. Karn going for the adaptive, pulls a watch instead of a volcanic egg. Right, already has one, knows the discipline, and doesn't pick it up. Very good. Zinc is done with the TP boss, still just has a little bit to charge, should be fine. Ruddy, though. Ruddy, 16 minutes in, is fighting the boss, is only 5% with a TP. Ooh, but has razor wire. That's gonna help. Also, just with all those crowbars and the lysate that no one else picked up. Right, just gonna have that much more damage. And I don't know if there's a fuel cell on this run or not. But Zinc, with the vase, doesn't have the fuel cell. Another adaptive. Gets the armor piercing, gets a hoof. If there is one, that's going to be a huge time save. But if there isn't, it's going to be good for Ruddy. Right? Who opted to take the lysate for the extra lights out damage. Really, really good damage. Oh, and Karn just pinged a fuel cell. Okay. So that's good for Karn. Karn, who is stuck with eggs right now. Volcanic egg. Doesn't have the vase. I don't know how Zinc got that vase. Leave a comment. Let me know. Timestamp it. I'll love it if you did that. Here he goes. Doesn't have any money. Karn the furthest ahead in real time, but slowly losing that lead to Zinc. He's catching up. Right, Zinc might not have Molten Perforator. Actually opted to go for a Titanic Neural and lost his Genesis Loot. I believe that was on stage 3. I didn't even point it out. And there we go. Fuel cell with egg. I think there's actually going to be a Vase Tri-Shop. Yeah, as Zinc just pinged it. There's a Vase Tri-Shop right next to TP. Like, if this was one of those speedrun seeds, it's getting kind of close. Maybe I'd prefer to have the pillar skip earlier if it was a speedrun, but that's going to be huge. And both the Karn and Zinc now with the fuel cell. Right, Ruddy is going to be able to get that eccentric vase, but is not going to be able to double use it. It's going to have to use it once, and then wait, and then use it again before getting into the Mythrix fight. And that's going to take about another 10 seconds up. But all three racers here, none of them have activated the TP. There are pre-spawns. Pre-spawns are scary. They're looting up a little bit more. Right, they don't have the Shiv. They're stuck with the dagger. And Zinc's reward for already having the vase is going to be, he's going to be able to use the tricorn. And I believe he's just going to shoot the Soul's control unit. Right in the back. Take a watch. Take a look. Pow. There it goes. It's gone. Grandparent's the boss, right? Not as good to shoot a grandparent and get a planula when you can have soulless probes. Let me go back just a second. I think there's something I want to point out. And we'll take a look over at Karn's screen. If you ever want to know how to kill a grandparent or deal with them, I don't know if you're playing Command, Drizzle, or it doesn't even matter what difficulty you have. If you have a Molten Perforator, all you need to do is just shoot a grandparent towards the base, and every single Molten Perforator proc that comes out will, I'll just let the damage show. All the damage you're about to see. As soon as one procs. Any second now. Oh, there's one. That's all it took. That random sudden burst of damage. Molten Perforator. Really, really good on those stationary bosses. And now you hit the wrong scene. Okay, there we go. We'll see it now for Ruddy as well. In case you missed it, there it is. Wow, that's a lot of damage. How do you do that much as Bandit? Is Bandit overpowered? No, it's just Molten Perforator. Really, really, really good item. We're taking those out. Right, Zinc over here, down in the bottom right, isn't going to be able to do that, right? Zinc, who doesn't have the Perforator? Okay, well, maybe it's just the Fire Band or something. That did a lot. Okay, revoke my point. I think the Murph helps a lot, and you can see a lot of good damage, but it also helps when you have 3 armor-piercing round, 2 watches, 3 Fire Band. There's Polyloot. Oh my god, there's Polyloot. I didn't even realize. I didn't even point it out, and yeah. There's a Void Cradle. Let me pause when I can see it. I believe I can see it on everyone's screen. Everyone can see this right now. Right here. Pause. Look at Karn's screen. It's going to be right there. Right where my cursor is, on the right side, if you can't see it. Polyloot comes from that. Oop. We'll see if everyone gets it. Because Ruddy has it, and that's going to be huge because Ruddy found that ukulele on stage 1. With the stage 1 uke. Now with triple Polyloot, with the Molten Perforator, with the watch, with 5 armor piercing round. Right, going to be able to grab that vase as soon as the TP's done. Ruddy and Karn about neck and neck right now, in terms of real time. There we go. Karn is actually going to go right over to it. Karn's going to open it up, and he's not the most confident with his math. Likes to feel safe. There it is, Polyloot. Boom. What a stage. Polyloot, vase, just handed out for free. But that's not all. Oh no. Wrong scene again. Because Zinc over here, well, Zinc was thinking about the large utility chest. It gives just a bottle of chaos. But there is another Void Cradle. A Void Cradle that both of the other racers missed. And we'll see what this one is. It is Safer Spaces. So now, Zinc is going to be able to be very aggressive. It's going to be able to just run in on Mythrix or phase 1 and just throw in Hemorrhage with the dagger. Is going to be able to, just have a very low chance of dying. Can do the technique for phase 4 where you take damage before losing Safer Spaces and then you get it back and then you're invincible. Right? There's so much stuff you can do with that. And, well, because here's the problem for Zinc, is that not only by doing that, he ended up missing the Polyloot. He would have had 2 Polyloot with his double watch, with his triple APR, but Ruddy here, 3 crowbars, going to be really easy phase 2, has 5 armor piercing round, has 1 watch, has the Molten Perforator, and triple Polyloot. Right? That's just so much damage, and you can see it here. I mean, just between Ruddy and between Karn alone, look at the difference in damage. Ruddy's extra Polyloot, Ruddy's extra damage items. It's adding up, and it's making it to be a much faster Mythrix fight. Wow. Zinc, meanwhile, has the fire bands. Only the 2 fire bands. It wasn't 3. Has some mochas. I don't think anyone else printed 5 of them. So able to shoot a little bit faster, but that doesn't really do a whole lot. Does have empathy cores. Which, the good thing about those is he hovers over them. Is like, oh, that's kind of cool, right? And it is cool. You're able to have Mythrix turn around more, right? It's more than just a missile turret or a couple gunner drones. Drones are really good for the Mythrix fight, as they make Mythrix turn around more, as he focuses on other enemies, allows you to get more backstab damage. You know, if you have no drones, and it's like, you can take 1 damage chest or take 1 drone, I would take the drone to the moon. Because that's just going to give so much value, right? As these other enemies are just not looking at Ruddy, as Ruddy is on phase 2. Look at that, not even looking. Backstab damage, boom. Okay, those 2 are looking, but they're looking at his drones. He can just go around. And boom, dead. Boom, dead. Trying to get that backstab damage still. Boom, almost dead. There we go. Right? Huge value with backstab. And that's just from having 2 gunner drones. It's so good, and I advise anyone who's trying to play fast, who's even trying to play slow, take a couple drones with you. Especially if you're playing Bandit. The results are huge. Zinc here. Also on phase 2, it's every racer's on phase 2. Zinc is just the furthest behind though, right? No safe, does have safer spaces and was able to get all that hemorrhage in. But just no Molten Perforator, no Holy Loot. Doesn't really have much of a chance. The only chance I would say for Zinc to be able to get ahead of everyone else with those 2 fire bands is you walk right up to the center and you try to, and you just use your vases like you're gonna proc a prey on. Like right... Oh, another enemy spawned for Zinc. Like you gotta get a really good prey on hug. And even then, if you do that, I mean, as Karn's really struggling here at the last bit of phase 2, actually. Like right now, just vase, boom, boom, vase, vase. Nope. Just kind of hold on to those vases. I feel like it's a lot of damage you're missing out on with the Bottle Chaos. Like, it was nice to have to hold on to at the end of the Mythrix fight, but at least use 1, right? If you need to get away and escape an emergency. I don't even know what that procced. Probably Capacitor, because it did nothing. But Zinc is, oh my god, going really fast, trying to get back to Mythrix. Let's watch that again, as Ruddy enters phase 4, did not get the phase 4 skip. I did not see this the first time through. I was looking at Ruddy's screen a lot, but take a look at Zinc. It's like, okay, I gotta face Mythrix. I gotta get a couple of these ads taken care of. It's just really hyper-focused, and it's like, oh shoot, it's pizza time. Runs in, and Mythrix doesn't target him. It targets the drones instead. So now, this is a matter of RNG. Do you see safer spaces up? I don't. If you were to look at this image right here, all you could think of is 1, wow, that's pretty low resolution. But 2, he's gonna die. But no, he's fine. By sheer luck. Or we'll call it skill, surely. Zinc is gonna be okay. That's gonna be a not dead Mythrix, and because of that, right, is able to continue the fight, is ahead of Karn now. Karn, who used to be in front of Zinc. Karn, who has the better build in terms of damage, just not as aggressive, not as active, right? Doesn't have those drones to be able to pull those enemies from phase 2. I think that's what did it a lot for Karn, was slowed him down so much. Oh, huge Perforator damage, though. Really, really good. Every single time one of those hits, it's like 5% of Mythrix's health. Maybe like 2 or 3%, but that's still a lot. It's just getting chunked away, and as Ruddy, right, is going to be able to take a good portal. Only has 1 vase, can't just double vase his way over to the ship. Look at that vase for Ruddy. Boom, on the ship, and is going to be able to finish off in what appears to be a potential sub-28 run. Really, really good time with this loadout. Jesus Christ. Let's see that again. I mean, I don't even know how Zinc is not dead yet. From the way he's playing. Look at this. You've got ads around. Little exploders, but Not right now, then boom, pizza. Eats it. Loves to eat the pizza. There's a term called zinqing, where you like eat the last possible slice of pizza before phase 4. That almost happened. Zinc trying to pull in Mythrix towards the center, doesn't get him, and is losing out on time here as he might end up not landing the phase 4 skip. We'll see what happens. Okay, that's phase 4 skip. So phase 4 skipped, and because of phase 4 skip, any chance that Karn had is now gone. Right? 5 seconds behind in real time. Maybe something could have happened if Karn was able to skip phase 4 and Zinc was not. If both did phase 4, maybe something could happen here. But Karn, who's just really trying to get that phase 4 skip now, ends up having the Molten Perforator proc the band. Yep, there it goes. And because of the Murph proc, does not get the phase 4 skip. Thanks, Murph. 27:58 is the time for Ruddy, by the way. 27:58. Which none of the racers have gotten. Ruddy gets first place this loadout. Congratulations, Ruddy, from going from last place to first place here. But Zink's going to get 1 point. Right? As he's charging up the ship. And, well, just in terms of real-time, unfortunately for Karn, who was so close to having a huge upset of a run. Right? The 15th seed. Up against number 1 and up against number 2. Doesn't take a good portal and has to do a double vase, doesn't have the double vase ready. Zink just kind of doing 360s on the ship. A lot of people try to petition to get time scaling enabled while on the ship. I think it's lame. I think it's funny watching people come up with new dance moves. Looking at the time and everything. Look at him go. He's chilling. And Karn's chilling too. Is there going to be a single sub 30? We'll see. 29:25. 29:25 is the time to beat. And, I mean, even if you remove 35 seconds of load time, only halfway done with the ship charge is Karn. Karn's not going to be able to do it. Zink's going to get second place in the loadout, which will make it GG. Unfortunate. A really good performance by everyone, especially Karn, right? For going up against such fierce competition and able to get that point in that loadout in loadout 1. But, you know, Ruddy coming in, just had those polylutes, had all the damage items, made all the right plays, could have even done it faster with a little bit better pathing on stage 2. But yeah, Zink just gonna get that 1 point. Safer Spaces comes in clutch. And wow. GG. I mean, just look at all these times overall. Karn, 30 minutes and 11 seconds. Zink came in with the... It's the wrong scene again. 29:25. Ruddy with a 27:58. All these times about 2 minutes apart. Right? I think we could see some more from Karn in the last 2 weeks. I think, again, even by getting in third place in this race, just doesn't do enough justice for Karn, who's been playing his heart out. Again, we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. He's still very much in this race, though. He's very much in competition. Might have to do a little bit more during the tournament when it comes up, but I would call, you know, Karn, he's definitely the dark horse. He's definitely a racer who we could see rise out from the first couple matches and potentially cause an upset in the last few rounds of the race. As for Ruddy, this was the chance to take down Zink. There will be another opportunity to maybe take him down a bit, but Ruddy's gonna now get in second place 2 times in a row and might be dethroned here from the top 2. Will need to earn his way back. As for Zink, undefeated, has shown up every match. The only time he almost was defeated, the person who literally all that Killer Bunny needed to do was just win the tiebreaker round. Or, finish a loadout and wasn't even able to do that. Got too tilted and wanted to sleep. Because of that, Zinc is still in first, perfect record. Who will take him down? Who knows? As there's only 2 more weeks here in the hosting league. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, and watch us on Twitch. We're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As this is still going on for the next couple weeks. Yeah. Hope to see you there. Have a good one.